嗨，各位同学好，欢迎来到 Phonics 自然音标 Phonics 自然音标的课程。今天老师要为你介绍的是 Vocabulary of the Day Vocabulary of the Day。而今天老师会介绍一个政治人物，他叫 Margaret Bonfield。那当然，我们要介绍两个单字，还是一样，我们有两个生字，而这两个生字是跟这位女性的政治人物有关的她曾经做过的事情。OK。We will have two words for today, and I will pronounce those two words. And if you can spell those two words after my pronunciations, you can just do so. Okay, let's go for the first word today. Privy. Second word of the day, counselor. If you can spell those two words, please do so. And now I will repeat those two words again. The first word of the day, privy. Second word of the day, counselor. Okay. If you can spell those two words, please do so. And now I will give you more detailed information and definition for those two words. The first word of the day, privy. Definition of privy in English. Adjective. Sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. He was no longer privy to her innermost self. Again, definition of privy in English. Adjective. Sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. He was no longer privy to her innermost self. More example sentences. Are you two anonymous writers privy to the knowledge of the midnight writer's name? Again, more example sentences. Are you two anonymous writers privy to the knowledge of the midnight writer's name? Okay, let's go for the origins of privy. Middle English, originally in the sense belonging to one's own private circle. For Old French, private, also used as a noun meaning private place and familiar friends. For Latin, privatus, withdrawn from public life. Again, the origins of privy. Middle English, originally in the sense belonging to one's own private circle. For Old French, private, also used as a noun meaning private place and familiar friend. From Latin, privatus, withdrawn from public life. Okay, let's go for the second word of the day. Counselor. Definition of counselor in English. Noun. A person trained to give guidance or personal, social, or psychological problems. A marriage counselor. Again, that's definition of counselor in English. Noun. A person trained to give guidance on personal, social, or psychological problems. Marriage counselor. More example sentences. Pen rehabilitation programs often employs a multidisciplinary team of physicians, nurses, psychologists, counselors, and physical therapists. Again, more example sentences. 10. Rehabilitation programs often employs a multidisciplinary team of physicians, nurses, psychologists, counselors, and physical therapists. The origins of counselor. Middle English in the general sense, advisor, from Old French, conseil, from Latin, conciliaris, and Old French, conseiller, from Latin, conciliator, both from concilium, consulting, consultations, or advice. Again, the origins of counselor. Middle English in the general sense, advisor, from Old French, conseiller, from Latin, conciliaris, and Old French, conseiller, from Latin, conciliator, both from concilium, consultations, or advice. 好的，同学们，不知道有没有把这两个单字给拼起来？当然，我们刚才利用这个美式的这个 spelling bee 的这个比赛的方式介绍那两个字。那我们现在跟着老师的字再来一遍。Privy. Definition of privy in English: adjective, sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. He was no longer privy to her innermost thought. More example sentences. Are you two anonymous writers privy to the knowledge of the midnight writer's name? Origins. Middle English originally in the sense belonging to one's own private circle. From Old French, private, also used as a noun, meaning private place and familiar friend. From Latin, privatus, withdrawn from public life. Counselor. Definition of counselor in English: noun, a person trained to give guidance on personal, social, or psychological problems. A marriage counselor. More example sentences. 10. Rehabilitation programs often employ a multidisciplinary team of physicians, nurses, psychologists, counselors, and physical therapists. Origin. Middle English in the general sense, advisor, from Old French, conseiller, from Latin, conciliaris, and from Old French, conseiller, from Latin, conciliator, both from concilium, consultations, or advice. 好的，那今天这两个单字第二个单字比较常见，第一个单字比较少见到，不过我们还是一样 ，privy 第一个单字 privy，P-R-I-V interpon y，它是一个蛮短的字所以其实不长，所以它的我们看第一个单字它的 onset 在第一个音节中我们有个重音它的 onset 是前置音它的首音是 PR 合起来的 pro 那当然在它的 coda 是 V， 那它的 nucleus 它的母音的位置在这个 I 的这个位置，所以在第一个音节呢，我们可以看到它在 interpon 前它在这个 interpon 分音符号前，它形成的符号是什么？分音符号前它形成是 IV IV 的什么 rhyme RHYMES rhymes PRIV 我们把这个 IV 把它画大一点，所以它是一个 V 加 C vowel and consonant 的组合 vowel and consonant 的组合那当然这个我们必须要先了解它 interpon 前 因为它在这个 interval 前形成一个母子音，所以这个子音哈，我们讲这个 counselor 哈，把这个 interval 哈，把它给封住了，所以它就变成一个什么 closed syllable。closed syllable 啊，所以它形成一个 closed syllable， 所以我们就念 priv 好，再看一下 priv 重音哈 priv。那当然最后一个落意音做结尾，所以它是落意音哈，落 y 哈 ending y 哈，我们记得 ending y 在美式的念法哈，如果是在落音哈落 weak vowel 的时候，它就会形成一个落长意音，拉出来的好像有点像西班牙语，所以我们就念 privy 啊。好，第二个单词 counselor c-o-u-n 啊 s-e 啊 c-o-u-n interval s-e interval l-o-r 啊，所以重音一样是在第一个音节。啊，比较好玩的是它的 onset 啊，它的 onset 是 c 啊。好，那当然第一个音节我们可以看它的 coda 啊，在这个 interval 这个前面是我们形成一个 n 的哈，所以请看它这个地方，它有两个母音，它的 nucleus 是 ou 啊。那记得当你 nucleus 是 ou 的时候哈，当你的母音哈，你的母合音啊，你主要的母音的位置如果是 ou 的话，它有可能会形成一个二合音啊，它可以形成一个 diphthongs， 形成一个 diphthongs 叫 of 先念再念 of 先念再念 of， 那跟 r 有点像哈，所以我们的 com com 啊，我们念 o com 好，所以如果是 t 的话，我们就念 count 好，那当然没有 t， 所以我们 s-e 过来的时候，所以重音在第一个音 com 好，那 s 造型，然后落 e 啊 concert 啊落 e 音哈，好，那当然结尾哈，这个 interval 又一个 or， 所以下一个 counselor 再一遍 coun interval se interval lor 重音啊 counselor 啊，或者我们用美式哈旧的写法 ler 都可以哈。好，所以结尾 or 我们通常都是念啊好是啊美式啊 counselor 好，再一遍 privy counselor 好的，那今天到 Wikipedia 你只要找到这篇文章 Margaret Bonfield M-A-R-G-A-R-E-T Margaret 啊 Bonfield B-O-N-D-F-I-E-L-D Bonfield B-O-N-D-F-I-E-L-D Bonfield Margaret Bonfield 就可以找到这篇文章。好，她是一个女政治家啊，有兴趣可以读读她的故事啊，了解老师我们今天上的课大概是在上什么。OK， 好，我们来念一下这个故事，从我们打勾的地方。Margaret Bonfield, 1873 to 1953, was a British Labour politician, trades unionist, and women's rights activist. She became the first female cabinet minister and first woman to be a Privy Counselor when she was appointed Minister of Labour in the Labour government of 1929 to 31. 好，我们再来念念 Margaret Bonfield, 1873 to 1953, was a British Labour politician, trades unionist, and women's rights activist. She became the first female cabinet minister and the first woman to be a Privy Counselor when she was appointed Minister of Labour and the Labour government of 1929 to 31. 好的，以上就是今天的 vocabulary of the day，谢谢各位同学观赏。